What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Shug Nasty here. Thank you all for tuning in. Today, I got a cool video for you. Cool in my opinion. I'm super excited for this one. It is a ARS grading return submission video. ARS is a grading company here in Japan. They're like the grading company, I would say, here in Japan. But I've never submitted to them, even though I've lived here for so long. Never submitted to them. It's kind of difficult, actually. They don't have open submission periods like the big three companies in the West: PSA, BGS, and CGC. It's only about 2 days out of every month and a half or 2 months that you can submit cards to them. You can only submit 20 at a time, and it's one account per household. So you can have multiple accounts per household. So like I said, super limited, very difficult to do. You have to be on top of your shit, ready for the announcement to send them in. But I have 20 cards here for you today. 3 of them are from a YouTuber that's pretty big and up and coming. But he wanted to get some cards from ARS. So I'm not going to say who it is, but in the comments, we'll play a little game. In the comments, if you can guess, I think some people might be able to, based on the Pokemon that this person got graded. Let me know who you think it is in the comments. That'll be fun to do a little game, but let's go ahead and get into it, see what we got. All right, guys. So this is the second time I've recorded this part of the video. The first time I was a dumbass and I used my phone to stream record to OBS, which if you've ever done that before, the quality of the video is pretty shit. And the point of this video is to show off ARS and to really showcase how good and how much of a premium quality the slabs have and how well they display the cards in them. So I wanted to redo this part, redo it right. It won't be a surprise to me anymore, the grades, but we'll still go through everything. I'll kind of give some information to you on the company and about how they grade cards and the reasons I submitted some of these cards. But here, you can kind of see what the first card is. On the bottom, I just want to showcase this really quick. You can kind of see, hopefully the camera focuses, these slabs are like their own custom slabs, and they make them even more custom feeling and more premium feeling by having this like embossed logo with the ARS branding on the bottom of the slab. So it's really cool, I think. This I'm super excited about. This is probably the most exciting thing in this submission to me personally, because I've always wanted this card to be graded. I've had it for many years. It's not like something I owned as a kid, but when I came back in the hobby, I was buying base set Japanese Charizards for like 25, 30 bucks. And this one got to me, and I just love the way it looks aesthetically. Even outside of this case, I was like, it looks really good. You can go see it on my Instagram. But I love that they put it in the case. I didn't know if they were going to. PSA wouldn't put it in the case because of look how messed up this thing is. It's just terrible looking, but in the best way. It's terrible in the best way. So really quickly, I'll explain how this slab works. You obviously see that the flip or the label is on the bottom. It's a metal label. It's engraved, laser engraved. It looks really nice. There is no information on the front, no advertising of the company. Very faintly in the background, you can see this ARS symbol right here, but it doesn't say ARS. It's not plastered all over. It's not in bright colors. It's very monotone. Just doesn't detract from the card at all. It actually makes it, stand out more, I think. It looks like a trophy, like a plaque. It's really, really cool. The top line is just the Pokemon's name in Japanese. You can choose Japanese or English when submitting your cards, what language you would like to be displayed on the label. I chose Japanese, being a Japanese card game, the Japanese grading company. I collect Japanese cards. I just thought it was appropriate to go that way, but you can also choose English. So it says Rizardon, which is Charizard in Japanese. Then it says Poketo Monster Card Game, which is Pokemon card game. And then it says Expansion Pack. This is, I believe, base set or Expansion 1. 1996 is the year it was released. And then the number of the card and the rarity. It doesn't really have the rarity symbol down there. We used to joke this is a no rarity Charizard, but if you know with the no rarity Charizards, they have this description error up here when it says fighting Pokemon, and these height and weight is different. It's actually, I believe, Machamp's stats and not Charizard's on the no rarity. So you can tell that it is a flying Pokemon, and it's the correct height and weight for Charizard on this copy right here. But I'm, like I said, super stoked that they put that in the slab. That'll be with me forever. You'll probably see it in the background on my shelves in the videos. Okay, so these next cards, not all of these cards were for me. I did have a YouTuber that I kind of reached out to because he was doing some videos and he wanted to get some cards graded with ARS. I'm not going to say the YouTuber's name, but we'll make a game out of it. Like I said, you can guess based on these cards that I submitted for him. I submitted 3. You can guess what YouTuber. Put your guesses in the comments. This might be very easy for somebody. If they watch him, I would think that they're going to have they're gonna know immediately who this is for. But I'm not gonna, take these out of the plastic. I'm not gonna show the grades. I'll let let him do that in his video. So look forward to that. Seeing who can guess who it is. That'd be interesting to see if you guys get it. All right, next we have the EV. Sorry, not EV. It's FV in Japanese. That's why I'm confused. The SB on V from EV Heroes Full Art SR. Good looking card. Shout out to the homie Swampy Collector on Instagram. He actually was the one I got this from. He's in Hong Kong. Really good dude. If you ever need some cards, he does sales on Instagram and stuff, but highly recommend him. But yeah, let's see what the grade we got is. An 8. Dork, yo. I was not expecting this. When I shot this, like I said, the first time I shot this, I was like, oh man, this is going to be rough, because this was like the first card I pulled out. And I was like heart sunk. I'm like, okay, ARS is not messing around with these grades. I'm gonna have to look at these better under a different light or with a microscope or some shit, jeweler's loop, to see what it is. I really am curious. This is why I love tags so much. I haven't even got my tag submission back. It's been 3 months, but I love the fact that there's some explanation as to why, especially if you're new to grading. It's always nice to know why you got the grade you did. Okay, so a little off-center. We have the Rocket's Meowth. Everybody, I think everybody's a fan of this card because the way Giovanni's drawn. AMPM says Chibi Vani. But yeah, a little thick on the left. Like I said, they don't account for centering at ARS. Or did I? I don't know if I said it. They don't account for centering at ARS, so a lot of these cards are going to be off-centered. Yeah, you can see left heavy, but still a cool card. Another 8. Yep, that's about the way this sub is going. No, I'm just kidding. It gets better. This is the last 8. These two were the first 2 cards when I opened it back to back, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be pretty rough experience. So because the cards are not cheap to grade. It's not like it's not too expensive, but it's not very, very cheap. So the baseline tier that they have for bulk is $24. It's about 3,300 yen, but the exchange rate is like $24. And that's without the certificate. You can get, most of you probably that are familiar with ARS know that they have a certificate that you can get with the card that has all the same information. And it's just like another level of authenticity. For something that's like a really expensive card or like a trophy card or something like that, I think it's really cool. For basic set cards, I didn't see a need to do it. I think it's like an extra 500 to 1,000 yen, so it's like $3 to $6 more. And I was like, for 20 cards, I didn't want to spend that. Let me know if you would prefer having one of these certificates with your cards or not. I don't really see a point in it. This is already nice enough for me. We got the Fushigibana and Snivy, the Venusaur and Snivy GX tag team from Sun and Moon. Miracle Bout, I believe it is. And we got a 9. Things are looking up, folks. A 9. I'm okay with a 9. Once I saw the 8s, I was like, just don't give me any more 8s or give me any lower cards. But yeah, I sent a lot of these tag teams because I figured the black line on, here's another the same card. The black line on this border, it often is like makes the centering issues a card may have more obvious. And I was like, okay, PSA is not going to grade this as a 10. I'll go to ARS because they don't account for centering and hopefully get better grades. And either way, even like, I don't know, maybe it's just me fanboying or like over this. It just looks good. It's like and the fact that the grades on the back, it doesn't really bug me like that. It's not like just in your face, bold, like you got an 8 on this card. And it could be a card that looks like just the same as a 10. There's like one little thing that you can't even notice unless you inspect it really close. But this, the fact that they don't have the grades on the back or on the front, it doesn't take away from that at all. It's just really cool to display. And I can't wait to like set them up on the shelf. The ones I do keep, I'm gonna have fun moving everything around. Another 9 on that. And then got another tag team here. Shout out to Johto Jake, Blastoise collector, big Blastoise collector. We have the Blastoise and Piplup GX tag team from Remix Bout, and it got the 9. I bought a few of these tag teams like about, I don't know, it was probably like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, because I figured a lot of new people coming in the hobby would want to, wouldn't have the opportunity. That's what happened to me when I first came in. I like a lot of cards I missed out on when I came back in 2019. So So I had, wanted to go back into X and Y and, black and white and all those eras and pick up some cards I didn't. So I figured people that are just getting in now or got it in like, Sword and Shield will want some Sun and Moon cards. And I think they have been taking off. You can see a big print line here. That's something I'm not sure if ARS even considers with grading. Somebody told me that grades with ARS regularly that they don't care about print lines. I haven't confirmed. That's the only person I heard it from. I'll have to go look and get back to you guys on that. But we have the Mew here from Fusion. I think it's from Fusion Strike in English. I can't remember the name in Japanese, but really good looking card. Vibrant. Love the texturing that goes with like the galaxy swirl. Looks super cool. I got a couple of these actually in a 9. Both actually got 9s, which it's not bad. Still a cool card. Let me know if you guys want any of these. I'm going to post them up on my local Facebook group here where I live, and those sell pretty quickly here. But if I have stuff left, let me know, and we could work something out. This is the Omega Sableye and Tyranitar GX. Another Sun and Moon tag team card. Something that I thought was just cool to get graded. And he got a 10, our first 10. Hell yeah. We needed a few 10s. That looks so good. I love these are so nostalgic now. It's weird because they're not that old. 2019 is what, 5-6 years ago. It's not honestly not that long ago. That's when I came back in the hobbies, 2019. But they're so nostalgic now compared to everything else we have. This was like the top back then. This is so cool. 2 Pokemon. There's some really good tag teams. 2 of your like this perfect example, Mew and Mew. It's just the double rare, but Mew and Mewtwo, 2 great Pokemon on the same card. Here, this will be a Greenie. If the Green Shiz is watching, he's been making fun of these Pokemon the way they've been drawn lately. He had I think it was a Charmeleon he was making fun of, or a Charizard's hand, and how it was coming out of its neck. And this Mew's got something going on with it too. So I think Greenie should, he should figure this out. Figure out what's going on, investigate a bit. Or maybe I'm just looking at this wrong. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, cool card. Mewtwo, Mew GX got the 10. There's also a 10 plus grade. It'll have a little plus sign up here at the top. Spoiler alert, we didn't get any 10 pluses. I don't know what the conditions are, what kind of qualifiers you need to meet to get that, but I'm curious to research a bit more to see. Let me know. I don't know if I've covered everything in this topic. I'm kind of just, going off the top of the dome while showing off cards. A little difficult to stay on track, but let me know if you guys want me to make like a full like outlined video, more formatted about ARS to get more information, like in-depth dive on everything. I can do that. I have a video from a couple years ago, but it's old and outdated probably. Yeah, so we got the Vaporeon V, or Showers in Japanese. I love that his name's Showers. Yeah, Vaporeon V from EV Heroes. Cool looking card. I love the outline of him and how it's like rainbow holographic. It's just cool how it pops and everything. Got the 10, boy. Oh yeah. Shout out Rock Sandy. I know he's a Vaporeon fan. For the memes. He says for the memes. I don't believe him. I think he really likes Vaporeon. Yeah, we sent some Terrestrial Festival Sylveon. This is actually not that off-centered. Maybe top to bottom a bit. I don't know. But not bad. This probably would attend at PSA. Actually, now that I remember, there is a print line going like from here across. You can kind of see it right there where it starts. But maybe that's the reason I didn't send it to PSA. Still a super good looking card. I love the way it looks. These are so nice. I'll definitely be sending more. Here's the Eevee, the Umbreon. This one, I bought a few of these back when they first came out. Sent them all to PSA, got rid of them all. I have one more in the back. But this one, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. This thing is like OC. Like, look at this right side compared to this. I don't know why, like, because I look at all my cards before, like when I do this was an in-person deal for sure. This wasn't like I bought it online. And I don't know what I was thinking when I bought it. But I got back and I looked at it, I was like, oh, there's no way this is going to PSA. And then I held on to it until PSA or until ARS had a submission period open. And I was like, okay, this will go in there for sure. And we got the 10, paid off. This is kind of another reason I like them. It's not the main reason. Obviously, the main reason is just how good these cards look in the slab. But the other reason is if you have off-centered cards that you still want the 10, if you're one of those people that the number does matter to you, and I wouldn't lie if I, would be lying if I say it didn't matter, a little bit to me, but this is a good, option. If you could find somebody in Japan that can send these cards for you, or I don't know if there's any middleman services out there. I've thought about starting one, but I'm still undecided. But yeah, it's a good option, I think, if you have off-center cards that are in perfect condition, because you can still get a 10. And let me know what you guys think of ARS's like their stance on that. If the fact that they don't account for centering and they don't consider it as a factor of condition. All right, y'all. So that is the ARS submission. Didn't go as I planned. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. I'm gonna have to do some more research. Kind of my own fault for just kind of submitting and not doing enough research. So I'm to go on Reddit or something, some Japanese forums and see. But yeah, overall it wasn't bad. Like we got 2 8s, I think, and then the rest were 9s and 10s. This is, I guess, the worst part of it all is that these top sun cards didn't get graded because these are fucking clean. These things are, I mean, without the centering issues, they're 10s and, in my opinion, 9s. But considering how the other cards, the modern cards, got blasted, I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe I should have kept them in PSA slabs. Just kidding. That's all I got. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know, like I said, in the comments, what do you think about ARS? Have you ever graded with ARS? Do you like the way these slabs are set up and the flips are on the bottom or not? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And first thing you might notice is in the beginning I said I submitted 20 cards. There's not 20 cards here. There's a 16. So you can see I messed up somewhere. And we'll go over that first, actually. So I submitted, these were some of the PC items I submitted, and I was really, really excited about these because I thought they had a great chance at ARS. I didn't mention this in the beginning of the video, but ARS does not account for centering in their grading. They don't see it as a factor of condition, but otherwise they're very critical in their grading. From what I've seen of other people submitting cards to ARS, I've seen some people crack out PSA like 9s, submit to ARS, and they go down to 8s or 7s. So they're very, very critical with how they grade. They just don't account for centering, which is one big reason I thought these didn't get high grades at PSA. This Vaporeon was a 7. This Machamp was a 5. A Eevee was a 6, and this was also a 6, the Flareon. But beautiful cards. I really don't see any other issues with them, so I'm not sure what PSA saw, if it was just the centering or not. The reason ARS did not grade these is right here, and I'm still uncertain of what this means. It says size over, which means oversized. Not sure how this card can be oversized, like if it was too big for the holder. The card is literally the same size, or actually smaller than a TCG card. So I'm unsure if it's something I did wrong when I submitted the cards, or if it was a mistake on their end. I'm going to see if my wife can reach out to them via email, see what the issue was, and go from there. But yeah, this is, the first mistake. I'll try and update with you guys. If you guys are trying to submit top sun cards to ARS, I'll try to update you with the reason why. That way you don't, go through the same issue I had, because I still had to pay for these.